What up, YouTube? What up, everybody in the GGN community? This is the second video that we are making. This one's just going to be a quick walkthrough as to what you should be doing with your creation rules, how to upload them into the 2K file so that we can share it, and then I can download it so that we can get to the season. So I'm going to start with my build, my shooting guard. We'll go over all the rules step by step. And then if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat. While you guys are checking out this video, please hit that like button, and then if you could, hit that subscribe. Everything is appreciated. It's all love for everybody that's able to watch these videos. So let's get to it. Right away, we will see straight over to features, create a player, NBA player. So I already have my guy here. We're going to use it as like the I guess like the prototype or like the example for all the rules. So we'll start off with your vitals. When you go over your vitals, obviously change names, whatever you want. Positions do matter because positions based off of your height is where you can be. So if you're going to be a point guard, you have to be 6'3" or bigger. You cannot be a smaller point guard than 6'3". When it comes to shooting guard, you have to be 6'5" or above. When you're a small forward, you have to be 6'7" or above. If you are a power forward, you'll need to be 6'9" or above. And then if you are a center, you have to be 7 feet or above. It's all the default settings that you get in the MyCareer. So as soon as you click on a new build, it defaults a certain height. That's where you have to start off at. We just don't want people to create, the 5'10" builds. And we understand the mismatch expert, the issues when it comes with it, especially when it's on Hall of Fame and how overpowered it is. We want this to be a level playing field. Some people still unlock mismatch expert. I think it does cut it off at a certain height. But again, we're going to go off of the lists when it comes to your height. So shooting guard is where I'm at. Secondary position doesn't really matter. If you want to be, shooting guard and then point guard, you could do that. I think it's just more for your rotations. I don't think it has anything to do with your overalls. Switch it up with any schools that you want, high schools, anything like that. We always represent LSU for them by you Bengals, baby. Qualifies for world team if you want to, sure. Put your date. You want to start 18. If your birthday doesn't fall into the range with whatever your date of birth is, and you got to be 19, be 19. Jersey number, obviously, whatever you prefer. 0 years pro. We all want to be rookies. Peak start age. So there was some discussion with this. We're going to start it at 25. Your peak end age is at 30. If we can rip out a bunch of seasons in here, it'd be dope. Try to get this to roll over into 2K23 if we can. Potential. So right now we're going to keep it at 99. From what I've heard, there's different discrepancies when it comes to overall going up or badges going up. Right now, again, we're just trying to get as many seasons in as we possibly can, just to see if this can roll into something special for 2K23. Minimum potential, we're going to keep that at 75. Maximum potential, we're going to put that up at 99. Buzz potential, we're going to keep this at 60 or lower it down to 60 depending on where it starts for you guys default wise. Average percentage, we're going to put this at 65. Boom percentage, we're going to put that at 99. Play for winner, financial security, loyalty, all that, just keep it at 50. Just make sure that you're speaking to your players so you don't lose them in free agency. You can't re-sign them. You want to make sure that everybody's healthy. Make sure you start off with no injuries. Forced non-starter, I don't think that really matters. Play initiator, that depends on what you want. I'm not going to say I'm a point guard, but I do like to call plays. And then when it comes to your play type, just make it cater to your guy. So whatever works for you. I'm an ISO wing. I do play the pick and roll a lot. And then the third and fourth type for me is three-pointers and cutters. Backdoors all day. Appearance. So you don't really have to worry about this when it comes to your face scan. Just choose a face that you'd like. To your catering, doesn't matter. Body type. This is where it does matter though. So your height is all associated with your wingspan. Since we cannot make any adjustments wingspan wise, like you can in the MyCareer Builder, we got to leave these at 50. So wingspan stays at 50. Shoulder width will stay at 50. But whatever your height is for point guards, it has to be 4 inches plus whatever your wingspan would be. So let me back out here just to make it a little bit easier to understand that part. So when you're creating a point guard, if we were to go over here, so if I'm going to make a point guard, right, if his height is 6'3", because again that's the minimum for the season that we're doing, that means that your wingspan for whatever your attributes whatever you want them to be on the right, it has to be 4 inches or bigger. So my minimum wingspan for point guard, if I'm 6'3", would be 6'7", and then you can go up if you want, because if you go up, obviously it increases rebounding, it'll increase your defense depending on where you're at, it'll increase your dunking. You can do that if you want. If you are a shooting guard, which you'll see here, when I start as a 6'6" shooting guard, my minimum wingspan for shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center, it has to be 2 inches above whatever your height is. So if I'm 6'6", my minimum wingspan has to be 6'8". Okay, and then again, you can increase it however much you want to, because you'll get the attributes based off of whatever your wingspan is, but you cannot adjust the wingspan in the created player, unfortunately. As you saw, it's a meter from 1 to 99. It doesn't give you this, so we're not able to adjust those, but what you can do is take the attributes that you're given and bring them over to the created player. So I'm gonna go back to that real quick. So go back here. Alright, so body, again, 6'6", 180, and then that'll, associate it with your speed, acceleration, strength, all that you want. I want my guy to be fast, so, 6'6", 180, but keep the wingspan and the shoulder width at 50. Tattoos, congrats for 2K actually doing something right. They put tattoos into creative players who used to not be able to do it. Shoes, gear, match it up for whatever team you get drafted for. I always wear the Jordans, always. This is my main shoe. But, match it up to whatever team you get on. Attributes, this is where it's huge. So we'll go over it, one by one. Driving layup, that's easy. It matches your attributes over from the MyCareer Builder. Post fade, so what we're going to do is you're going to use whatever your mid-range is to match your post fade. Figure if you're on the block, by the time you turn around and hit that midi, or turn around and hit that fade, it's essentially a mid-range. So we're going to match that up with whatever your mid-range is. Post hook, I don't have any, but for all those bigs, post hook is going to be your post control plus your close shot divided by 2. So whatever it is, meaning if you have post control of 50, and then you have let's say post close shot of 80, I think 50 plus 80 divided by 2, like that would be what your post hook would be. Post control, that is an attribute that's from the MyCareer Builder. Draw foul, this is actually a really good one. So this is going to be whatever your dunk is plus your layup, and that's divided by 2. So my drive and dunk for this one, I'll pull up my build real quick. I believe is a 92. And then let me just get my actual, photos. Oh, I could just go in this. Sorry, it's in here. So you guys can see it too. So my drive and layup is a 78, and my dunking is a 92. So then, quick math, because I'm not the mathematician like some of us are in here. 92 plus 78 divided by 2 is 85. So then that would mean my draw foul is an 85. What did I say my driving layup was? We can change that. So we'll go on this literally one by one, the same way as if I was doing it myself. So driving layup is 78. Post fade, I know my mid range is 84. Draw foul, close shot 63. So we'll see what that is. Close shot is a 55, so we'll drop that down to 55. Mid-range 84, 3-point 85, free throw 83. Those are pretty self-explanatory attributes, so you want to make sure that those are all set the same way. My free throw is 85, so we'll put that up a little bit. Ball handle, I know that's 85 for myself. Your pass IQ, so this is not an attribute that you can select. So your pass IQ is going to be the same as your passing. So if my passing is 85, that means that your passing IQ is 85. My pass accuracy is 85. Offensive rebounding, I believe I have that up a little bit, but I don't know exactly what it is, so we'll check. 42 and 71 for defensive rebounding. So this will be 42. Standing dunk, I don't have any. Driving dunk is 92. Shot IQ. Again, this is not something that you can select. So what we're doing is you're choosing your mid-range plus your 3-point shot divided by 2. And that is for positions 1 through 4. So point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and power forward. It's your mid-range plus your 3-point. So mine would be 84 plus 85 divided by 2 is 85. So I can put that up to 85. If you are a big man, because you're not technically shooting threes, if you do, it just doesn't work out for you. Your shot IQ won't be the highest. But for big man, it'll be your mid-range plus your close shot when it comes to your shot IQ. Okay? So if you are a big man and you have 80 close shot and 85 mid-range, your shot IQ would be 83. Simple. Pass vision, again, another one of those stats or attributes that is not associated with MyCareer. So that's going to be 85. It's just going to match your pass accuracy. Hands, equal across the board. We're going to put that at 85 for everybody. Going over to defense. Defensive rebounding, like I said, was 71. Interior defense, self-explanatory. Perimeter defense, same. Block and steal, those are all attributes that are associated with your MyCareer. Lateral quickness, we all should know this, but in the event that you don't, it matches your perimeter defense. So if you have a 89 perimeter defense, that means your lateral quickness is also 89, and that's across the board 1 through 5. Speed, 85, speed with ball, these are all associated with your MyCareer Builder. Acceleration, vertical, strength, stamina. We all can. Ooh, you guys can't see this. Ah, man, damn. I didn't even notice that. Let me go put this over here. I didn't realize that I'm kind of in the way while explaining all this. Hustle, 99. We're going to keep that at 99 for everybody across the board. Durability. And again, I've said this multiple times. Make sure your injury is all the way up at 99. With that being said, if you have your 99 injury and we turn off injuries and you do not sub out your guy in the fourth quarter of a blowout win or blowout loss and you get hurt because your guy is exhausted, I'm not bringing him back from the dead. If he tears his ACL, I'll remove the injury, but I promise you it will affect your attributes, and I'm not adjusting those. Play the game smart. If you're up a lot, take your guy out. You don't need to score 70 each game. But if you do that and your guy gets hurt, that's on you, because I'm doing everything I can to make it so you don't get injured. If you are forcing the ball with your guy and he gets hurt, that's on you. I can't control that, unfortunately. Pass perception. That one's pretty simple. Whatever your steal is. So if you got a high steal, you should be able to see the ball coming. My steal is a 79. Pass perception is 79. Defensive consistency. Now these are all based off of positions. So 1 through 3, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, you have one set. That will be your perimeter defense, your steal, and your block. All those added, divided by 3. Okay? So whatever that would be for me, let's do it real quick just so you guys can see it. Don't want to share that. All right. So like I said, perimeter defense, that would be 80. Oh, my perimeter defense is 86 on this. Ooh, I gotta change that. 86 plus 78 plus 70 divided by 3, 78. So defensive consistency would be 78. My perimeter defense is 86. We'll put that down. That's why we do this, so we can all audit each other. Cool. Defensive consistency is what we just did. Help, defense, IQ. Oh, sorry. If you are a big man, you should be able to see that too. If you are a big man, it is interior defense, steal, block. So if you're a small, point, shooting guard, small forward, it's perimeter defense, steal, block, added together, divided by 3. If you are a big power forward, center, it is your interior defense, block, and steal. Okay, so it's just swapping interior and perimeter for whatever position you are. Help, defense, IQ. Very similar, but we're going to use defensive consistency as a metric. So it's going to be if you're 1 through 3, point guard, shooting guard, small forward. It's going to be defensive consistency plus your perimeter defense. So mine would be 86 plus 78, 164 divided by 2 is 82. So we can bring this up to 82. Offensive consistency, again, the rules are in the notes, but this is again just a video to make it easier for you guys to understand. Offensive consistency is going to be your layup, your dunk, your mid-range, and your three, all added together divided by 4. So essentially whatever you have on offense to get you the ball if you are point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. We've added the power forward to this one because there's a lot of stretch fours. So 1 through 4 will be layup, dunk, mid-range, 3-point. So for me, that would be 78 plus 92 plus 84 plus 85 divided by 4 would be 85. So that would be my offensive consistency. Cool. Miscellaneous, intangibles, and potential, that's just going to be 99. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then that's it. That's your attributes. When it comes to tendencies, keep them default. I know a lot of people like to mess with these. I don't mess with them. Just keep them default. Hot zones, because we're playing in a league where everybody is just basically going to use the same style of badges, hot zone, hunter, and all that. All hot zones are going to be red. Just keep them red. Signature, whatever is your jump shot. But just remember, if you are certain builds, it does not unlock certain, I guess, like animations. So if you have the Steph Curry base, and you're 6'10", not allowed. Like, you will only have certain jump shots based off of whatever your actual size is. Same thing with your animations for dribbling. So I have 85 ball handling. It does allow me to have the quick dribble style. It allows me to have D-Rose and then Curry escape. If you have 84 below, you can get away with the Trae Young. You can get away with the D-Rose. You can even have quick dribble style, but like you can't have certain animations if your attributes don't associate with it. It's the same thing that's over in MyCareer. If you can't get it in MyCareer, you can't use it as your created player. Same thing goes with your dunk packages. If you don't have the unlocked ability to have a certain dunk, LeBron, MJ, front clutches, if you don't have the attributes for it, you can't use it. We'll do the audit to make sure, but just make my life easier. Just follow the same rules that you would as if you were using in MyCareer. Badges. I'm not going to go over each of these one by one, but it's all associated with whatever your MyCareer allows you to. So as you'll see here, we're going to have these sent over. These are all of the badges that I'm allowed to have based off of my MyCareer build being transferred over. So I could have, if I had 19 slashing badges, that's essentially limitless takeoff, posterizer, slithery. We know there's 6, 4, and 6, or 6, 5, and 6. So that's 17 between 3 badges, in which I'm allowed to use, 1 for acrobat, 1 for let's say Lob City finisher. So like those are the only badges that I'm allowed to have for it. And if you guys have any questions, again, reach out to me for that, and then I can try to help you out. Pretty self-explanatory. If you can't start with it in your MyCareer, then you can't start with it in your creative player. And then the last thing, how to export. So when you're done, I'll do it again just as an update. You're gonna go down to export player DNA. Okay. Everybody has their own names for it. I've done this a bunch of different times just to make it easier for me to upload. But create it. You want to hit save and share player DNA. Okay. When you do that, you name it. It goes to the 2K server. That allows us to. I'm gonna make sure. Okay, I got the right guy. I'll make sure that I didn't just override one of the guys that didn't have all my tattoos. We want to make sure that gets saved to the server. So when everybody's done creating their guys, I can go to import DNA, load, and then I can search somebody's name right here. So I can search their ID, whatever your name would be. I can search for it, and then it allows me to bring your player into the MyLEAGUE. But that's it. That's the basic creation rules. And look at that, my guy's an 85 because I was able to edit those things, like bring up my shit that was a little bit lower than it needed to be. 85 is the max. You know, if you're less than that, sorry, but you know, everybody's in it for the long haul. I wouldn't say that you're too far behind the 8 ball anyway. Again, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I appreciate you guys watching the video. It's the second one that we had. I'll have a little bit more editing and all that the more that we do this, but it's the same thing that we would be doing as if we were streaming. So as we say when we're done streaming, peace, love, hair grease, and I'll catch y'all on the flip. Deuces!